Left Haiti and went back home to Cali, California. When I got home, I followed Esperanto's instructions diligently because there was no way I was going to mess this up now. I would chant more than 10 times a day, along with my own personal prayers. I did use my own prayers along with her chants. I figured, why not? And I wish I could say the spell worked immediately, but it didn't. After about a month of doing all Esperanto instructed, I'm sort of ashamed to admit that I began to get a bit discouraged because nothing was happening. And I tried keeping my hopes up, and I remembered her advice that it would take much longer and, well, much more time to get my ex back because of my situation and because he was in love with someone else. And besides, I had sacrificed too much at this point to give up now. Close to 2 months after the ceremony, I received a phone call. And this was the call, the first phone call, first contact in close to 2 years. And when I picked up the phone and heard his voice, my heart nearly jumped out of my chest. I waited to hear what he would say, but he kept it casual. And he said he'd been thinking of me and wanted to know how I was doing. After I hung up, I was literally shaking. It wasn't supposed to be like this. He sounded so platonic and wanted, just to be friends. And that wasn't what I had in mind. After the first call, he didn't call me for a week. And I thought he forgot about me again and started to get really depressed. But little by little, he began to call more often. He gave me his new phone number, which meant a lot to me. And soon we were speaking every day. The first month after the first phone call only consisted of phone contact. But then one day he asked for us to get together at a coffee shop that we always went to. And seeing him after all this time was just indescribable. We were inseparable after that, and I began to feel as though we were having an affair because he was still living with his girlfriend. But I didn't push it, and I figured that he would eventually do what he needed to do. Well, he eventually moved out of her apartment and moved in with a friend. I was on cloud nine, and I knew it was just a matter of time before we would be together again. We've been back together close to a year, and 4 months ago he just moved back into our old apartment. He's been much more attentive, loving, patient, romantic, and he treats me better now than he ever has. And I think right now I'm his main focus, or I feel I'm his main focus. Now, I'm not saying the relationship is perfect, but really, what relationship is? Can I say the 100% that voodoo and Haiti is what made him come back? No, probably not, but I can personally say that I believe 99.9% of the voodoo ceremony and the spell is what made him come back. Because how can I explain that after 2 years of trying every solution imaginable, I had no results till I went to Haiti for my voodoo spell? How can I explain the phone contact out of the blue after 2 years of no contact? Now, falling out of love with his fiancée and back in love with me, how can I explain that? His focus is on nobody but me, and he used to be the biggest flirt. Now he doesn't even look at other women. What he does when he's by himself, I don't know. But I know when he's with me, I'm his focus 100%. Now, would I do it again if I knew everything I would have to go through in order to get back who I believe to be my soulmate? Yeah, in a heartbeat I would, because love is ultimately the most precious gift in the world.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Now, what did you